Right, final tuning of the 4 square today. There's a couple of housekeeping jobs we need to do beforehand though, which is sort this out a bit. Oh, I forgot that actually. It's a bit of a mess. And oh, look at this, look. It's like a tray of jeweller's diamonds as far as I'm concerned. So we've got ferrites coming out of our ears, literally trays and trays of ferrites, and we've got some clip-ons as well. We're going to use these clip-ons for the main feed lines because we can't use, you know, like we couldn't put coax round and round these, which would be a lot cheaper. And the reason for 2 reasons: we would lose too much of the phasing harness because I've only just got enough room to get to the cabinet from each vertical. And secondly, it would look really clumpy on the ground with the mower and everything. So I thought we'd do it this way, and then afterwards we'd get some heat shrink, put it a big heat shrink, put it all over the top, and heat shrink it down. And our supplier actually that supplies us the heat shrink has got a 50mm, so a 2-inch heat shrink with a 4:1 ratio, and that would be ideal. That would clamp the whole thing. It would keep the bodies completely closed as well, because you don't want gaps forming and stuff like that. But there's a couple of housekeeping jobs. So the first thing is I'll tighten up the SO239s. So I think we'll take all this out again, put it back in a minute. So I've got my adjustables out. How big do these need to be? Ah, oh, brilliant. One more. And then I thought what we'd do is label each of these in colour wise. So one I know is over there, but we better double check all this. So let me unscrew all this because we've got ferrites to put on. I know that is the feed line, but we better label it anyway. And clip on some ferrets there too. Ferrets! Ferrites, Callum. If we get a little patch lead, we could put this one up here, couldn't we? But anyway, finding a patch lead is a thing. I've got some tape with me, so I'll put the main feed line as brown. Yeah, just in case they'll get a bit lost one day. Think, what the hell's going on here? What was what? Right, number 4, what colour? Well, I'll do white. I haven't got any red, I can't find it. Red, orange, yellow, blue. Okay, so that'll be number 4. Or was that number 1? It's going to be number 4, there we go. Then we can see at a glance, you know, which is which. You see what I mean? If I started winding ferrites around here, I just haven't got the room. So don't forget, I'm going to put white literally at the feed point here, because we're going to have to mark these as well. Same with the blue. You know, ferrite the hell out of this as well, look. So this is number 2, make orange. I came up with a bright idea this morning. I mean, it's probably absolutely crazy, of doing a 4 square without a hybrid controller. Just a few relays. I mean, I wish I thought about that actually, because it sounds really cool. Another day I will explain. Okay, that was orange, and let me just check. I can see where it goes. It's that one. There. Which goes down there. Yeah, it's definitely number 2. Good. Alright, well, at least I can see what's going on. There, we don't have the meter for the dump power yet, because I've run out of coax, and I want to run the power meter to measure the dump power. in the cabinet, because that's where I can put the camera, because I can light that. It'll be a bit dark in here. All right, so this is EcoFlex 15. It comes down from the cabinet, very low loss, although it's a bit lossy now, it's probably very old. This was just directly sitting on the grass, so we'll cut all this off. I need to free a bit up so we can connect it to its matching SO239. Then we'll see if we can ferrite the hell out of this pigtail, which goes straight up the mast. Okay, we'll be able to free that up. Okay, let's cut this off then. Today we are using a bucket instead of plastic bags. It's proper gooped up, mate. I'll get back to you. Right, not perfect, but I think we've made some good progress, look. That's all the choking the Yagi has currently got. I mean, there's a choke at the top as well, but I wanted to choke everything going up the tower, all right? Now, there is something else going up the tower, I've just remembered, which is this. It's the old CCTV line. Oh, blimey. Thinking about it, I've got some random ferrites inside. I just don't want that line upsetting us, that's all. So we'll do that. All right, now that this is done, look, and the door will close, which is always handy, we can move to the feed points. We'll do that one first, which is number 1. First of all, I'm just going to see how many of these I've got left, because I might have overcooked it in the cabinet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. All right, we'll put 5 on each. It's another expense I completely forgot about. Now, what a hobby. I mean, fishermen have this sort of problem, you know. Oh, you know, I've got to rebuild my rod and rethread my reel. I mean, they don't need ferrite chokes. Because the mower came around here last night. Obviously, it didn't break anything. One thing after the other. Okay, I better pocket that. Before I forget, I'll stick some blue somewhere, so... Put the blue... I'll put the blue about down here somewhere, because I could have heat shrinking all sorts further up, you know. So that is, what, 35 centimetres away. Now, these are technically the wrong size of ferrites, but they'll be fine once we put the giant heat shrink over it. Expensive job. Just so I can speak to America, or Rowley, you know. We've got to remove every one of these and test it. So it's pointless connecting it back up. I'll just put the ferrites on everywhere. Oh, look, that's my old marker tape. It happens to be blue. But I'm going to I think I'll put another blue on there. So I instantly know this is blue, you know, from a distance. That is a good idea, Callum. There we go. We've got a supplier in the UK called RS Components, RS Online or something. It used to be one of those electronic catalogue companies, but I bought a whole suite of colours. They did a little deal with the 3M Temflex, you know. I'm gradually running out and I've lost my red, so I might buy another packet. It wasn't expensive. It feels a bit damp. It's all right. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a bit of Vaseline or something. This one's white. Woohoo! We get a bit of sunshine on this one, look. Although thinking about it, we will, the grass will bury those colours, so just as well put it on the scaffold poles. Alright, okay, 5 more. 2. 4. 5. So these are Type 31 mix. If you're interested, I got them from Mauser. I wanted to buy the real McCoy, if you know what I mean. I want to, because, you know, everything from the moulded plastics to the actual ferrite material, I wanted cock on. And if you bought, I think it was 25, you got a deal. So I think I bought 25. I think it's a good idea to put that massive heat shrink. In fact, I've got to get that on order. It's the last 5. Good, I got my calculations right then. 1 for the feed line, sorry, 5 for the feed line, and 5 for each. 5, 5, 25. Yeah, cock on. I'm just going to check my tape measure because I don't want to be buying 50mm 2-inch when I can get away with like 1 3/4. So I'll get a better seal on the Coax on a 4:1 heat shrink. So the drawing says the maximum is, let's open this one up. Never mind. I only want it just to see. Yeah, it's 4, so it's, yeah, 40 mils no good. I need 50. Oh well, okay, good. Well, that one problem solved. One little funny I do have is that the snap connector on the yellow one, which is antenna number 3, is coming undone too easily. So we did this for quick release, but it's just a bit too quick. So I think what I might do is just try and tease it together a little bit, make it slightly tougher, do you know what I mean? Yeah, okay. I'm also thinking maybe we should put some ox guard in all of these. Does it help conductivity or just stops corrosion? But we'll put some ox guard on anyway. So I don't know how much this stuff is. Honestly, I've forgotten. I probably got it like on Amazon or something, or eBay, I can't remember. Well, I might have got it thinking about it on RS Components. Ox Guard, G-A-R-D, antioxidant compound. Apply Ox Guard to wires and work in with a brush or emery cloth. Apply liberally to both connector and conductor. Okay. Just going to see if I can tighten it up without ruining it permanently forever, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to just put it out of shape and no more. There's grass on that bit. Yeah, alright, I know where you've been. That's just enough. I mean, that'll lubricate it and presumably give it and make it a better connection. Yeah. Alright, let's go and do them all. I mean, you know, if you hit it with a football it might come undone, but in the main, that's fine. Yeah. Nice. It's better. Lovely. Okay. You lose one of those and, well, let's go to the vertical, you know. Oh, what's next? It is the next day, and what has occurred to me is that it is absolutely mandatory, it is not optional, to measure the dump power. If that dump power is, yeah, more than 1 or 2%, then the system isn't in tune. So I need to find a piece of coax to go from all the way down here to all the way up here. I can need any coax, right? Scrappy stuff to measure this. And the other thing is, I need to spend a little bit more time choking everything that goes up this tower. Although the whole tower is basically going to be replaced, I still need to tune the Foursquare. So let us play with more chokes. So for starters, that is not good enough for 20 metres. So I found an old box of chokes and we're just going to fill that up And we've also got this wire here, which is the old CCTV line, which currently doesn't work, but I'll just laden that up as well. Basically, over the years I've collected little snap-ons and stuff, so I will just keep fitting them until I run out, frankly. The most economical way, of course, of doing this would be to disconnect it all and go round some ferrite rings. All right, it costs a lot more to use snap-ons. Since I've got these and they're not in use, they're for choking off the house, actually. I'll get one more on there, then we'll do the Ethernet as well. Alright, so that's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a loop. Alright, so I have increased 20 by, well, quite substantially, I think. That's the control. I've got 5 on the feed line, and we've already done the 4 square feed points. Does that fit? What am I looking at? That's coax, that is Ethernet. So will that fit on there? It does. Oh, good. Right. Now, I'm not quite sure if ferrites are allowed to get wet or not, but I don't really care at the moment. All we're doing is just trying to do the best we can to get the 4 square in tune. So let's just get this Ethernet cable choked off, and then that is everything. Oh, hell, the rotator cable. Oh, that's all right, it stops there. It doesn't go up the tower, if you know what I mean. Let's just keep plumbing these in till I run out. Right. Now, there was a fella called Henry Westlake in the UK. I don't know where he got it made, but we had quite a famous coax in the UK called Westflex 103. I think it's because it was 10.3 millimeters. He used to apparently sell tons, well, miles of the stuff to the Ministry of Defence, the MOD. But I think I've got a scrap 50 metre lying in the forest. Oh, I'm watching all the rabbits run around. Too small for you to see. But anyway, it's probably sucked up water over the years, and we'll have to chop it all back. I think I've got a run that will go from the controller here up to the shed. But I just want to address something. On the last video, I showed you a little mini dead man anchor here. That dead man anchor isn't really part of the system. It's kind of a backup. All right. I just want you to realise I haven't used that as the main anchor point. It's like a backup. It's just supplying 50 to 100 kilos, not 200, 300, 400 kilos. I could have gone down, a lot further and everything. It's just a little mini backup. I didn't want to break my back or anything. It was kind of easy. For instance, this anchor here is what I call the west anchor. So we had a storm the other night, and I'll show you some cutaway of it. A massive storm. And in fact, it was still running the next day. And when I came out, I said to Wendy, well, don't stand there. She was standing by the opposite corner because the wind was coming from the west. And this top line here, which goes, all the way up there, this was, loose. Basically, I could have cut that and had about that much of a joint. So think how much stretch this cheap rope was going through, because we haven't gone with the dyneema yet. So I don't know the maths behind calculating how much strain this was taking here, right at this point here, and that load is transferred to this, which is transferred to this, which is about 40 centimetres off the ground. But it was the same, if not more, at 50 mile an hour gusts than what this will ever accept. So there is no need to worry about my dead anchor. Everything's going to be fine. Let us recover this Westflex and see how bad it is, because we need to somehow plumb in this power meter into the shed up here. if you remember, I was going to put the power meter in the cabinet there, but that means, thinking about it, I've got to run power down there or Ethernet, one or the other. Let's just get a pair of coax and bring it up to the shed here. Right, this I always considered was going to be scrap. I was going to give it away, to be honest. I don't know how much. We haven't got much here. How much is that? And is it Westflex? I don't think it is. Well, it's something. RG213. Oh, RG213U, 50 ohms. Sharman's. Okay. Aha, we have struck gold. I found two Messium Poloni Ultraflex 7 connectors. They're the ones I hate. They've got the tiny pinhole. I found this. I don't know where I got this from. Ultraflex 7, whatever, and half a reel of Ultraflex 7. Oh no, Aircell 7. Slightly different. That looks bigger than that. I think the connectors will still fit. Well, make them fit, eh? That looks quite a good reel. We'll keep that for portable holidays. I'll need more connectors though. I need to go out and see if this is long enough now. Jesus. On the last video, I got a bag of 20 kilogram concrete and mixed it up with water. Now, if you've ever mixed 20 kilos of concrete and water, it's about a 5-minute job and it's extremely strenuous. About 3 minutes later, I'm filming and I'm, you know, and somebody goes, "Oh my God, you ought to get your breathing checked out, mate." Don't worry, I see a private doctor every 3 months. And my videos aren't real time, you know. I put a hell of a lot more effort in than you see. So, you know, chill out about my breathing. And the other thing is, you probably hear it now, is that we've got, to balance the audio, I run compression on the, you know, on post-processing, so that you don't get it too loud, you don't get it too soft. So chill out on the breathing, guys, honestly. It just winds me up because it's completely irrelevant. And if I'm dying, then I'm the one that's dying, not you. But I'm not dying, unfortunately for some. What have I done? I just want to hook this on a bit, don't I? And then walk away. Will that just hold a little bit, I wonder? Yeah, I think so. I said used a couple of screwdrivers. It's rough plywood, you know. Oh, hello. I didn't see that. All for a dummy load. I hope I got enough. If not, I'll still use it and we'll just put a little joiner in place. A little patch lead. Cool. Lovely. So this is the audio-visual trick, technician's trick, where you put one that way and then you put your hand a different way and you lift it up. And if you do it with like an XLR lead, you know, and the snare drum microphone stops working and somebody says, "It's the XLR lead, it's the dicky one." The technician could just grab an XLR, just throw it like that, all unwinds. It's also blooming handy. And you get in a field, you know, full of stuff. Obviously you can't do this with mega coax. You can with the, you know, this stuff though. I was going to use this stuff, which is Aircell 5. I've used it on odd little projects. There's not quite enough. I've worked out there's 20 metres or 25 metres. I literally need 31 metres. So anyway, where did I put those connectors? There's a bit of heat transfer. Go on, mate. In you go. Oh, I got it on in the end. Can I please just see the pin? Thank you. I can't find my mini adjustable that I normally use for this. I just want, there we are, half a turn. That'll do. Let's fit this now then. I've just thought actually we can carry on using that little patch lead, can't we? So you're coming out. where was the inside and where was the outside now, because it's been tangled on the floor. Look. Look! After me telling you how good a system it was. Okay. This side, there's something wrong. I think we'll just keep going with that side. Let me just take this up the field. Oh, I might as well. These are on the sort of clips that you can release, apparently. But not very well. Oh, just cut them. I'm pressing the button. Oh, that one's come out. So what, really? Okay, we'll get more cable ties. Aha. I got some from yesterday. I can't see. I got one cable tie spare, and I'll just lose it, so I'll make this tidy. To the right or the left? Then we'll go left. 4 inches in, one there. That's all right. And then one there. I'm crossing that. It's a bit of a lump, but not much I can do about it, really. I've got a few 4 inches here, so I'll just start with the 4s, and then we'll go to 2s. There's an old one. The next question is, does this need power? You know, 12 volts to read power. I don't know. I've just got to turn the camera around and move it, and that'll do there. So just blast some power. I don't know if I need to calibrate all this, you know? Yeah, forward power, I can't remember how it works. As long as I just see the meter and no more. I've set it to 200 watt scale. Well, let's go in for a cuppa anyway, see what happens. We'll put some power through this thing and just, who knows. But this is 200 watts on FM, and you can see the meter, it gradually rises. Right, so that's about 5%, which is a bit too much, to be honest. And then we'll stop it. And then it will gradually tail off. So, and that's quite good news, because it means at least we've got the power meter working, we've got the dummy load working, we've got the new Coax working. So literally, finally, at last, I can now tune each radiator for X equals 0, which will be the next video. May the force be with you, and we will get there in the end. Bye for now. I mean, we're not doing it now, but I need to move that camera so I can see it. You know, see the scale a bit easier. Let's just see how much that was. So I got to there, power. That was on 200 watts, 50. Yeah, it was hell of a lot of imbalance. So that's good news. It means that the 4 verticals are genuinely out of tune. X equals 0. See you there.